They're a tough group that works very hard at practice. They're coached by Mike McWilliams, Tony Hammond, Grant Huffaker, Robert Poor, and Justin West. So good luck on the rest of your season to the 3rd grade boys football team.
And also passing by on a trailer is the Sequoia junior varsity softball team. They've been playing really well lately, won their last game, and really been showing how good they are.
That's exactly right. And right after this JV team, we have the varsity team. And the varsity team had a sweep last night. They, I believe it was just a mini tournament kind of thing, and they had a sweep. So big congratulations to them. Both of our softball teams have been playing very well, for not only this year, but the past few years. So they've been having a good streak so far.
And also passing by is another softball team. This time it's the Sequoia Junior Chiefs.
So this, I believe, is a middle school team. So they'll be looking to get on the high school team in a couple years and show what they can do. And next up, it looks like we have, I believe that is Varsity Cheer. So let's tell you a little bit about, Max, tell us a little bit about that Varsity Cheer squad.
Of course. So this is the Sequoia Varsity Gold Squad. This team is 9th through 12th graders, and you can find them cheering in front of the student section every Friday night. This year, Gabby Stellato and Taryn Bannister were both chosen as 2021 Infinity All-American finalists. You can also find Henley Jacopello, who was also on the homecoming court with the Gold Squad, leading the student section and organized cheers.
And we saw Henley Jacopello earlier on the homecoming court. So it's always good to see some student athletes that can participate in multiple things at once, and we saw that multiple times on the homecoming court. And next up, we have our flag football team, another team that can do very, very well. And so
last year, they're coming off a very successful season at an overall record of 12-1 and back-to-back area championships in 2019 and 2020. They appeared in the Sweet 16 for the 2020 GHSA state playoffs, and the team is coming off 2 victories to start the year against South Forsyth and Central Forsyth.
And in their inaugural season in 2019, a little fun tidbit for you, Max. They actually went and played at the Mercedes-Benz Stadium, so that was, I'm sure, a very cool experience for them. They have been one of the dominant teams in girls flag football so far, so a very, very good achievement for them. Max, next up, it looks like we have some 6th grade Sequoia boys football. Why don't you tell us a little bit about them?
Yeah, the 6th grade Sequoia football team has been playing great lately. They're currently at 5-0 and undefeated with a guaranteed spot in the playoffs. They've outscored their opponents through 5 games, 192-34. If only our varsity team was that good.
The middle schoolers have been putting in some serious work, and we'll be looking forward to them when they are joining our high school team. Bright futures over there. Next, it looks like we have a cheer team, I believe.
Yeah, the 5th grade cheer team. They're celebrating the Hollywood theme. They've just dressed up with a breakfast at Tiffany's style, a Tiffany's blue and pearl backdrop, and they're pumped to be in the homecoming parade.
And next up, we have the class of 2029, 5th grade Chiefs boys football. They have a great season. Got 26 players on their roster, and they are ready to pop off, in the words of their coach. They are currently 4-1, getting better each week, and they are pushing themselves to learn and grow every day, and can't wait to start the playoffs in just a few weeks. So good luck to those gentlemen in the playoffs. And here come the Chiefs cross country.
Cross country.
So tell us about them.
Yeah, features one of the famous vintage movie theater marquee signs. They have some key runners on the float. Ella Grace Cothran, they have Blakely Freeman and Brock Freeman. A lot of talented cross country runners on the float.
All right, and next we have the Sequoia Black Squad. So I'm not sure what grade this cheer team is in, but another one of the many cheer squads in the Sequoia high school and middle school programs. It's looking like this might be the 6th, 7th, and 8th cheerleaders. So they are, that would be the middle school cheer team for you. They have 2 cheer programs available, sideline and competition. So sideline would be obviously cheering on those middle school football teams. And speaking of football teams, here comes the 4th grade football team, I believe.
An unknown football team. But they look like they are a great group of young men.
That is definitely a fair assessment of them. I believe up next we have some cheerleaders. Not sure what grade these young ladies are in, but I'm sure as our football teams and cheer squads are having, they are having a great season so far. Next up, Max, tell us a little bit about some Sequoia third grade football.
Yeah, so this team is, although their record is 1-4, they have put in some very hard work. They're a tough group that works hard at every practice, and they've been very competitive in every game, even though their record might not display it. They're coached by Mike McWilliams, Tony Hammond, Grant Huffaker, Robert Poor, and Justin West.
Alrighty. And I believe next we have a rowdy bunch of boys. I believe this is our 5th grade football team showing off some arms by throwing some candy over there. A lot of boys packed onto that float. And next, I believe we have the K2 football squad. So Max, tell us a little bit about those youngsters.
Yeah, so we have the kindergarten through 2nd grade gold cheer. They're getting into football early. And their float theme is Hollywood. You know, who needs Hollywood when the stars are there? They are bright future stars.
Next up, we have the Sequoia swim squad. A lot of great swimmers on this team. Obviously, as we know, we have Grant Davis, who went to the Olympic trials last year, so big year for him. A lot of good swimmers there. Some swimmers to look forward to on that team would be Delaney Harrison, Laurel Blaze. A lot of swimmers who have won some state championships, so definitely a year to look forward to for them. And Max, tell us about our amazing Chiefs volleyball team.
Yeah, this is our Chiefs volleyball team. They made it to their state runner-ups last year in 2019, I'm pretty sure. But they have a lot of good players committed to a couple D1 schools. Actually, Skylar Martin has committed to Louisiana State, LSU. Pretty talented players on that team.
Yes, as with our girls flag football team, our volleyball has been very consistent the last couple of years with being one of the most dominant teams in our region and our state. Matter of fact, I believe we were ranked #2 this year, so a great year for those ladies. And next we have the 3rd grade cheer squad making their way down the red carpet. The Hollywood Leading Lady Float, starring the CYFA 3rd grade cheer squad, coached by Nicole Twitchell and Sarah Duckett.
So this is a 6th grade cheer squad. They're Hollywood themed. A lot of the folks have been Hollywood themed.
Yes, that is a great segue because the homecoming theme for this year is a Hollywood theme. So that is why, for those watching at home, you're seeing a lot of red carpet, movie star themed floats, because that is the theme for the game. Come out and join us at Skip Pope Memorial Stadium this Friday. I will be there along with my counterpart Chase Schaffer, and Max will be there as well, helping us on the crew. Definitely come out to that one. It will be a great game, playing Chattahoochee, another region game.
This is the Sequoia Drama Club. This is Sequoia Drama Club Thespian Troupe 4739, dedicated to all things theater, and has worked incredibly hard for the upcoming fall play. Come out to watch to perform November 4th, 5th, and 6th, and 2 short plays, Miss Havisham's Expectations and Fortress.
And next we have the Sequoia 8th grade cheer. So what we thought was 8th grade cheer earlier was not. Some of these floats don't exactly have the grades on them, so we just have to do our best in guessing. But the 8th grade cheer squad looking all Hollywooded out over there.
And we have yet another cheer squad.
This will be the 7th
Screaming
graders.
at someone.
And then following them will be yet another cheer squad. This will be the 4th grade black squad. They are also decked out in their Hollywood gear, wearing sunglasses and have stars. Nicely decorated float there. And speaking of 4th graders, Max, tell us about our 4th grade gold football team.
4th grade gold, they're celebrating the Hollywood theme by walking the Hollywood stars in red carpet style. They're led by head coach Jason Van Vactor and our great group of young men on the football team.
That is absolutely correct. And next up we have the 4th grade gold cheer. The CYFA 4th grade gold cheer squad is coached by Betsy McGrath and Bree Dinoff, popping up with 12 bright gold stars to say, "Let's go Chiefs." Nice little popcorn on the back of their float. And here comes the big boys, the freshman football team. Max, tell us about our freshman team.
All right, up next, the Sequoia High School freshman football team. These boys will be finishing their season tomorrow at 5 o'clock p.m. at Creekview, our bitter rival. They've really come together this season as a team. Everyone, if you are able to, come out to Creekview High and support the class of 2025 tomorrow.
And if you thought those were the big boys, here come the biggest of them all, the Varsity Sequoia Chiefs. The black squad, oh wait, excuse me.
Yeah, that was the JV and varsity football team. Some of the
that is
key
correct.
Players are Jack Pie
They
scorers.
are, I believe, 2 and 3. Some key players to look. Max, who are some key players for them?
They have Jack Pie scorers. They have Chris Miller and Peyton Lucas coming out of the backfield. They also have Marshall Ketchum, who was actually on the homecoming court earlier.
That is correct. There was a couple football players on that homecoming court. Marshall Ketchum and Peyton Lucas, I believe. So, again, those guys will be playing this Friday in the homecoming game against Chattahoochee. Be there or be square. And I believe we're going to have one more float coming up. Not quite sure who it is yet.
Just kidding. That's it.
That's what they just told me. We were done.
All right, and that about wraps
everyone.
it up for our homecoming float. Thank you for joining us here on Chiefs TV. That is all for tonight. This is Will Hoogendyk and Max Swain signing off for now.
I'm going to ask you a few questions. What was your all-time favorite float from this evening?
It was probably the 4th grade junior Chiefs because a lot of my friends were on there.
Awesome. Are you in 4th grade as well?
Yes, I am.
What school do you go to?
I go to Hickory Flat.
Awesome. All right, guys, that's it. Thank you so much.
This was easier.
I know, I told you not
Good,
to be
good,
hard.
good.
Sad thing is, the iPad died. We never got
The 4th grade football. His
okay.
friends were, he's a 4th grader, so.